Major League Baseball is in full swing. This is Mike Brenner coming back to you. Today we're going to talk about the Texas Rangers taking on the Baltimore Orioles. And I'm joined from Drew Martin in Atlanta, Georgia. Drew, first and foremost, great to have you back. 2 days ago, viewers, Drew had a great call on a first 5 under in the Marlins game, and he absolutely nailed it. So great job on that call, Drew. What do you have for us today in this ball game featuring Cole Hammel's on the mound going up against Tillman, two very good quality pitchers?
Yeah, Mike. Well, thanks for having me on again, and thanks for the props on that under Fernandez and Syndergaard against those two below-average lineups. It didn't want to get too cute with that one, but here for this opener of a 4-game series in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The Orioles actually have a tough turnaround. Playing in Boston last night, they just took the overnight flight to the Dallas airport, and now they play here in Arlington against the AL West defending champion Texas Rangers. And really, the betting markets are kind of back in the Orioles, which I actually disagree with. They're kind of back in Tillman's 1.29 ERA to this point. I don't think they're taking into account that that's in his home ballpark, those 2 games that he's pitched, and now he's heading on the road, which he really struggled last year. So it's interesting to see this move, and I actually disagree with it. Not sure where you stand, Mike.
Well, I think it's an interesting game. I broke it down also in an earlier video in a Major League Baseball show that I do daily. Cole Hamels, I mean, this guy is the real deal. He's 9-1 since being acquired from the Phillies last year. He loves that ballpark. He's 2-0 this year. His confidence level is as high as it's ever been. His form is absolutely just on. He's on top of his game with his form. He just really, really looks like he's very comfortable there. And with that being said, Adrian Beltre. Everybody keeps waiting for this guy to get older and he's going to, finally, hit that wall. Well, he just continues to produce night in and night out. This team, another advantage that I think, Drew, is the Orioles, last night finally got their first loss in Boston, as you said. So now they got to jump on a flight. They had, a lot of nerves, I think, in trying to keep that undefeated record. But I think they're going to be comfortable with the fact that, we took a loss, and if we slack today, that's okay. That's my take on that. And Tillman's a great pitcher, but I like Texas. I absolutely think they're going to come out on top.
Yeah, and the travel turnaround is not something that I would bet blindly, but it's something to keep in the back of your head. And also, like you touched on with Hamels, he's really pitched well, and actually has pitched 2 games against Chris Davis, held him to hitless and 2 at bats, and also a team OPS of .603 against the Orioles, which is definitely below average. So he's held them in check. He pitches well at home. Tillman really struggled on the road with over a 5 ERA on the road last year in 15 showings. So I'd really pump the brakes on backing Tillman, because his 2 games were at home this year, and I am a big splits guy, whether it be home road, lefty, righty. So I think this sets up nicely. It's a really moderate favorite price on the home Rangers, even though they're sitting at 5-5. I think we get a lot of value with this turnaround spot on the Orioles and the small price tag on the home Rangers.
Yeah, and another factor here is Adam Jones is hurting in the ribs. They say he's probably going to play today, but, if he's no way going to be 100%, and he's a lethal bat in that lineup. But if you got a rib problem, that's nothing going to cure itself overnight or even in a week or 2. With that being said, on the other side, Beltre has 6 RBIs in the last 2 games, so obviously he's focusing in again on another successful season. And it's interesting. Texas kind of stays under the radar, and I think that's what this line is. I think it's an under the radar value. I think this is absolute value. What's the best shop line that you found on the Rangers for our viewers today, Drew?
Well, it looks like on the SBR odds page, we can get them at under -120 at Matchbook. They're sitting at -116 at Matchbook right now.
Wow, that's a fantastic line. Any thoughts on a possible run line victory here? And if so, what would be the return on that?
Well, I did not bet personally the run line, so I don't have a bet on that. But it looks like as far as run lines, they would be the -1.5, and I don't have that in front of me right now, though, Mike.
Okay, and again, run lines is something that I like, particularly on a first half, and I actually like Texas on the first half run line. It pays back even money. I think Hamels is going to get control quick, and I think Tillman might get roped a little bit. Maybe not to the point where they're scoring excessive runs and taking them out of the game, but I think enough to just give Hamels, a cushion, 2 to 3 run cushion. Okay, viewers, well, you heard it. Drew Martin likes it, and I like it as well. Texas Rangers at their home ballpark, 5-5 on the year, but after today, looking to make it 6-5 with their ace Cole Hamels on the mound. Drew, thanks so much for being with us. Good luck tonight and beating your book, and we'll get back with you again tomorrow, my friend.
Yeah, talk to you tomorrow, Mike. Best of luck to you as well.